Hey, y'all, this is Angie Interview.
Yeah, it's good to talk to you, man. I talk to your dad all the time and your sisters and stuff.
Yeah, I hear that.
He's a good
Beautiful up
guy.
there.
Yeah, he's a good
Yeah.
guy. Okay, tell me a little bit about this. This thing is going to be not this weekend, but next weekend. I got it wrote down here somewhere.
Yeah, the 17th, June 17th.
Okay.
I guess, is it still called the Peacock Playhouse, or has it changed names? They may have changed. That's
Let me
interesting.
see right here.
They,
I got the email. I think the email.
yeah.
Okay, I got it right here. I have attached. Got the song that you done, and Peacock Playhouse. It's at the Peacock Playhouse, so that's for sure. Let me
Okay, it
turn
is
this
doing
down.
that. Okay, cool.
And I got this actually, the Blowing in the Wind. She sent me a copy of that.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We released that on Bob's birthday. He turned 75 on I think May 24th.
That's pretty cool, man. I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
talented he is. You're a talented songwriter and singer, man. You've
Thank you,
got
man.
some stuff out there. Golly, that's one song with Faith Hill, "Cry." Good God, man, that rocked.
Oh, thank you.
But now
Yeah,
you're a rock and roller, though. That's the thing about it. And all these country people are picking up your stuff. That's crazy.
Yeah, I was signed by Clive Davis back when my career started in 2000, a little before 2000, and yeah, we made a rock record, and Cry was on my record, and I'll try to send you that version too. Mine is with an full orchestra, and it's pretty different.
Right.
But yeah, it somehow that was my last single, and then Clive got pushed out of. A lot of people don't remember this, but he got pushed out of his own label by the powers that be.
Right.
And I was in the middle of that mess, so we kind of my version of Cry was going to radio, starting at the Star Station in L.A., and a week later, all this mess hit Arista, and he got pushed out, and the song went to the side, and about a year later, the guy that produced my record, who did all the Matchbox 20 and Aerosmith stuff, produced my stuff, and he actually was playing at the CMAs he was playing with Willie Nelson.
Wow.
He's a keyboard player. And he met Faith backstage and said, "Hey, man, I got this artist, and he's sort of been kicked to the side, and Clive signed him, but you got to hear this song." And that's who my producer gave her the song. So that's how it started. Yeah.
Well, it done good.
Oh, it was an amazing change, because I was still touring the country, and my Arista record got me really started. So I had places and clubs all over the country, but it was still a hard, rough tour. And then when she opened up the window to the door, I kind of walked into Nashville. People knew my name because I was sort of a culty rock figure there.
Right.
But I sort of was able to. It opened all these doors for the stuff I wrote for Tim, and for even some of the pop stuff for Miley. Yeah, Faith. They're still good friends of mine. And Tim and I have we're so close. We have a TV show called American B-Sides, which he's the producer on with me. And I had a meeting with the Netflix people, but we'll see what happens. But I'm hoping that one might turn something.
There you go.
Open a few more doors,
Sheesh. Well, I'll tell you what, it's a competitive business. There's no doubt about it.
It's music it fell away, with all the streaming, and the songwriters we've lost all our, the only thing left is what you're on is terrestrial radio.
Right.
And that's the end of the money stream.
Yeah.
There's no sales.
Yeah, that's crazy. So now this thing that you're doing at the Peacock Playhouse, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, I had a stroke last year, and a lot of things change when something like that happens.
It kind of puts things into perspective. There's no doubt.
Yeah, and I always felt like I was giving back, but I felt like I should give back more. I started this not really a full foundation. It's a nonprofit called Follow the Good. And so I just didn't. I was like, what should I do? What do I do first? And I just sort of heard from God. It was just sort of, just go do something with. I just felt so empowered with music, because the music saved my life, because my neurologist told me to use melodies I lost all my ability to sing my songs when I had the stroke. So he said, I had this great neurologist, and he knew I was a singer-songwriter. He said, if you attach melody to everything you see around you, I was trying to learn, I could look at a tree and I knew what it was, but I couldn't tell you what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just started singing stuff, and I mean, crazy. I sounded crazy in the grocery store for sure, but I was, walking. He said, go to a grocery store. Everything's in the grocery store. There's so many items, and I would just walk down the aisle going, there's the ketchup, there's the pickles, and looking like a crazy guy. But it came back, and it really was because of music. And when I came to, about 6 months later, I was still using, some prompters on the stage to get through my songs, but I was like, whatever I can do to help people. Music is powerful, but I really hit me personally. And I was
Right.
like, I'm going to go do something. And my sister, Mary, who was building the houses in Haiti.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, well, I can't really swing a hammer anymore because it screwed my neck up too.
Right.
And I said, maybe I can put a concert on and just start with Haiti,
There you go.
And yeah, so that's what it came to. And I called my sister and I said, let's do a show there, and then we'll do a show in a few weeks later in Haiti at the church, and we'll just do a whole thing, and we're going to film it, and then we're going to start selling the documentary to benefit the church down there. And so it just became this thing, and it's kind of the first thing to kick off Follow the Good.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get, my youngest son is a songwriter, really talented songwriter. Trying to see if he can open for me, but I might be there actually with waiting to hear if my celloist, who amazing cello player.
Right.
I hope he's available. He actually, fortunately or unfortunately, he was really close with Chris Cornell, and they were touring for years together. And obviously Cornell just passed away a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, if it'll be him or my piano player. So hopefully me as a duo. And then hopefully if I can get my son to open. But it should be a really fun show. And we have, the tickets are for sale to benefit Haiti. And then we also have these really cool hats. The whole concert's called Hayesville to Haiti.
Right.
So we do, the show in Hayesville and then the show in Haiti, and hopefully bring them some money and sell some hats. So,
well, that's all about it. Yeah, we're going to help you all we can. Have you been there?
It's
a neat place.
No, and my son actually played there. That's how I got I guess he knew Rob Tiger and all those, which I know Rob too.
Right.
But, yeah, so it's selling good now, but yeah, if we help us get the word out, because I'm so excited about just starting this. It is weird because I'm still playing shows and making a new record that comes out this fall, but it is sort of interesting because it is a new life. You feel like you have a new life to begin with this charity aspect. So yeah, I really appreciate you, taking time to do this.
No, this is great, and this is Angie Apparel that we're talking to. Songwriter, has wrote songs for Faith Hill, Tim McGraw. Name some more that you have got out there.
Oh Lord, did me and Big and Rich, me and John and Big Kenny wrote what was it? Oh, Big Time on that first record.
Right.
Had a strange Miley Cyrus that it was weird. It was going to be her next single, and then when she freaked out and and became I think she's amazing, but she sort of got right in the middle of changing her whole world and
well, she did.
Our boy, man, and it's a cool song. It's called Two More Lonely People, but that was probably 2 years ago. So that unfortunately went to the wayside, but that's on, I think, a couple of records ago. So it's been an odd, interesting career, and then I'm still, obviously making my own records too. So.
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to send you? It'd be very interesting. I don't know if you'd be. It's kind of interesting to hear Faith's version and to hear my version.
Oh, I'd love to hear.
Well, I'll just send you the American, which was the record I did with Clive Davis, and so you'll have that one too. And Cries on that one too. Yeah. So. But yeah, and again, the Blowing in the Wind. That Blowing in the Wind is we don't know if it's going to make the album, but but that's sort of the tone of the new record. I made this kind of really, almost kind of my try at doing Beach Boys.
Right. That's the thing though. It's cool too. The way you got it arranged, it sounds cool. I love it. I mean, I really
thank
do.
you, man.
Yeah, it sounded good, and that's the thing that I've really, of course, I'm a country guy. I've been country music all my life. I've been running around with Tommy Townsend. I don't know if you know Tommy. He's in with the Way More Outlaws with Richie Albright and all them. And I've got and I've listened to it so much. All the guys that I like died, So I've kind of get away. But I've got into this. I don't know what you call it. I love like J.J. Gray and the Mofos, and I've got into.
I was a real hard country, outlaw country fan, like Waylon and all that.
That's what I was hammered down.
It's just crazy that all the music I love, even in rock and country, and they're all gone. What the hell? I mean, it's it is bizarre. I'm with you, man. But they lived big, great lives, most of them long, but I don't know. I heard I can't remember what it was, an old George Jones, and it was just there's great artists out there today, but man, that is just the white man blues. I mean, It's just unbelievable.
Right.
It's just amazing stuff.
Mm.
But yeah, man, it's great to talk with you, and I'll send you the American and the Blue record, which was the record I made after the Era. So those are kind of the two biggest ones. But yeah, there's some really on the Blue. Well, there's crazy stuff on the American, and Cries on there. But on the Blue one, there's some. It's kind of more of. I made a pretty big Americana kind of record, but I'll send you those too. No, I'll definitely do that. So I guess and are you able to come to the show?
I'm planning on it. If I'm gonna be here, I'm gonna be there. I'm like you. I got a lot of stuff going, but if I can be here, I'll be there.
Yeah, man. The doctor said I could have 2 drinks, so let's go drinking.
Well, a drink can equivalent. A quart is a drink, right?
Well, that's what I asked him. I said, "Can it be a gallon?"
A glass it comes in all sizes.
I know. I was trying to mess with him. I was at MUSC in Charleston, and he said, "No, I'm talking about a regular drink."
Oh, okay. Like, damn it. Just one of them sissy kinds. So you ever do anything with hey, do you know Paul Thorne?
No, we don't know each other, but we've played a few things together.
He's got some cool stuff. He's got some cool stuff.
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, he's amazing. Were you me and Butch Walker were close years ago. Do you know Butch?
I don't know if I know.
Butch, man, go check out Butch, man. He ended up producing all the Pink stuff, and he became a massive producer in L.A., but he's from Cartersville. And
really?
He was in the, do you remember the Marvelous Three?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's Butch. That's his beginning.
Right.
He's just a rock star, he's an unbelievable player. But yeah, I'll send you. Oh, I did cover I might have that cover too. I did a cover of, I don't do a lot of them to record, but I did Rocket Man by Elton John.
Oh, that's cool.
And that one that ended up being a single, and it's kind of southeastern single.
Right.
So I'll see if I have that.
Yeah, send that to me. I'm going to happy. All right, if you can think of anything else, man, don't hesitate. Just have Mary send me a text or what I've got. You can send me a text or she can send me an email, and I'll send you my email address, and she has it too, and you can send me them links.
Okay, I'll be back. I got to get back to all that stuff's on my computer, and I'm in Florida, but I'll be back Thursday.
Okay, that works.
So I'll send you that transfer. But yeah, send me the email, and and I appreciate it, Stephen.
No, man, anytime I can help you, man. I'll tell you right now. And your daddy, I'm gonna tell you now. I know your daddy and your mama, man. They are great people. I know you're proud of them, and they're very proud of you. But I'm blessed to have them. Yeah, and your grandmother, gosh, what is she? 100 and what?
104 this June.
Yeah, 104. That's crazy. I tell them I got this morning show we do called that this is playing on, and it's kind of like Moby in the morning kind of thing. And I tell them that 104 years old that her friends don't think she made it. That
it's crazy. My mother's mother lived to 105.
That's what they said. So
that's like, you got to beat her out. That's
like, what? That's it. But I just know all her buddies up in heaven saying, well, I don't think she made it. Just 104 years. She must have not made it.
She should win the Grammy in heaven.
Yeah. So, all right, Angie. Hey, man, I appreciate it.
Thanks, Stephen. See you later.